Northport, the Atlanta Braves, who have held spring training at Disney's ESPN Wide World of Sports for the past 2 decades, are relocating their spring training to a new stadium complex in Northport. More than 12 years in the making, the plan received its final public approval from the Northport City Commission on Tuesday, after Hurricane Irma forced a week-long delay. But the commission, which wore custom Braves jerseys to welcome the team earlier this year, was more divided after reviewing the final legal development agreement, narrowly voting 32 to approve the last major piece needed to finalize the $100 million deal. The approval paves the way for initial construction work to begin on the site almost immediately. It will be a feverish dash to turn the almost 100 acres of ranch land, cattle and all, into a full stadium and training campus in time for when Atlanta pitchers and catchers report to spring training in February 2019. The Braves have trained in Central Florida in 1998 and are expected to train for the final time at Disney in 2018. When they depart, it would leave the area without any Major League teams in the Grapefruit League. The closest one to Central Florida will be the Detroit Tigers, who train in Lakeland. The Houston Astros left Kissimmee and moved into a new joint complex with the Washington Nationals in West Palm Beach last spring. The Nationals had trained in Viera in Brevard County. This issue today is not whether the city wants the Braves. We decided that long ago, said Northport Mayor Linda Yates, who cast a vote against the agreement with Commissioner Debbie McDowell. We're open, we're welcome to the conversation and negotiation. But everything since then has been a disappointment because of the process and how this has worked. Every single document we've received has been, "Your back's against the wall, you better sign this or else." It's a disservice to this community. Northport is about 35 miles southeast of Sarasota. The city's vote follows the Sarasota County Commission's unanimous vote on the same agreement last week. The deal outlines the responsibilities for the financing, construction, and operation of the stadium and practice facilities in the heart of the West Villages development just off US 41 and River Road in South Sarasota County. The complex will be owned by the county, operated by the team and built by contractors under the direction of the West Villages. The campus will include an 8,000-seat stadium with 6 full-sized practice fields, a public plaza, an eventual year-round player development academy and 5 multi-purpose fields for overflow parking during spring training and public use most of the rest of the year. The county has committed about $21 million from its existing tourist tax funding for the project, Northport $4.7 million, and the state has approved a $20 million grant. The West Villages Improvement District, the public body that oversees the development of the West Villages, will contribute another $4.7 million and manage the construction. Although the final price tag is considerably higher than the roughly $75 million estimate initially cited, the team will pick up the remainder of the tab. The Braves' obligations include almost $37.5 million in debt payments on the stadium over the next 30 years. And another $18 million in architecture, engineering, and construction, according to the final financing documents. Northport commissioners spent hours combing over Yates and McDowell's technical concerns about the contract, from verbiage regarding bonding to concerns about whether some drawings reflected the multi-purpose fields. Both suggested the city could be more protected from any potential liabilities or varied interpretations to eliminate the multi-purpose fields if several amendments were made. But amendments would have required sending the agreement back to the West Villages, county and team for reapproval, and that was not feasible, Assistant City Manager Daniel Schultz said. He indicated he received communications during the commission's debate suggesting any amendments could jeopardize the entire project. Vice Mayor Vanessa Carrison, Commissioner Chris Hanks and Commissioner Jill Luke heeded the warning and agreed with city staff's insistence that the concerns raised were not potential legal issues. "I don't see the risk, I only see the reward," Carrison said. "I don't see how this is truly a bad decision. We are covered in liability. We have had a plethora of legal team, city administration, planning, police, fire, county, district officials all look this over and truly vet it over and over again. I just think that we have already really put this through the process as professionally as we possibly can, and I feel good about it, I really do."